episode 523 of the Super Ultra Podcast Arcade for May 2nd, 2026. I'm one of your hosts, Daniel Nicholson, and with me is my co-host, Dominic Stallworth. What's been going on, Dominic?
Man, pretty light week, man, as far as news and gaming.
Yeah.
But I know in the sports world, man, you got NBA playoffs happening. I'm not really. I mean, I just see who wins and loses, but not really watching the games. But I see that there's a lot of game sevens in this first round. I think it's only like one team that actually went 4-0. I want to say it's Oklahoma, but I'm not sure. It's been a crazy first round as far as like the number one. At least on the East, like the top seeds are having trouble with the teams they're going against. But so good for them. I know the Lakers they have moved on to the second round, so I don't like that. But at least they're going out against Oklahoma City, so I'm like, okay, Oklahoma City should beat the hell out. Maybe the NBA might make it good though. They might make it good. Give them something. They shouldn't win any games really, because I don't know. I think it's been quite a few injuries too, and I don't know when Luka's supposed to come back for the Lakers if he is, because he's been out like the first round. Durant I think he tried to come back for that Houston game, and that's one of the reasons why they lost against the Lakers. Though I mean, I don't know how much of impact he was when playing. From what I've asked my brother about the games, but that's all about basketball talk. But I know NBA should be starting up soon. The what else? Oh yeah, UFL. I did see the Defenders. I think they lost only one game. Which was the first game of the season. So they're looking good. That's the only team I've watched. So I have no idea what these other teams are doing in that league. The baseball Orioles are pretty much the same as they were last week. They kind of hang around 500 or like a game or two below 500. They kind of just stay around that range. So far this season, some more injuries have happened with the team, which is bad. Like this is what happened last year. Last year they were kind of one of the top injured teams, like within like the top five, and like this year they're the same. Like they're like number two, tied for number two with the Toronto behind Houston. So yeah, that was like, what's going on with the strength and conditioning coaches or something? Like, is that the problem? Is it, or is just a coincidence? I don't know. Maybe it's just coincidence that these players just get injured, but it's just bad. I mean, but last year the most injured team was the Dodgers, but you always see what they do. Like, yeah, they're the most injured team, but this that's just so. I mean, they had a lot of great players though, so it doesn't really hurt them. Like, and plus the injuries happen early. Like, there weren't late injuries, so people have recovered, and so they be there in time for the end of the season and to playoffs. So that's the most important time to have them. And then if you have enough good players on your team, you can last a season. And so that's what they did. And like, because they're going through some injuries too right now also, but I don't think they're like the top injured team, but they're fine. They're not the best record so far. I think so far the best record is Atlanta in the whole Major League Baseball. So, and they're kind of like battling out with the Padres. They got the same number of losses between them. And on the American League, the best team, shucks, I'm not sure. I mean, I think the last time I saw was the Yankees, but uh, I'm not sure right now. It's a lot. It was a lot closer. Well, I won't say a lot, but it's closer than what the National League is. But the league is hey man, we just went through 1 month. We're actually 1 month and some days in March, so it's still early. Like I said before, the O's they're not as bad right now, at least record wise as last year. Uh, so I mean, that's one good thing. But thing is, with the injuries we have and with the way the pitch has been going, it's just that you don't really see a good outlook. As in, like, does this look like a team that can go far in the playoffs or even get to the playoffs? Yeah, it's just it doesn't look good. It's like we may get to the playoffs if the season goes the way it is now, the way these teams are. It's like yeah, we could get in the playoffs, but are we going to do anything when we get there? Like, because this pitching is not good. So yeah, I just don't see it. Um, yeah, but that's it really in sports. I haven't been watching no playoff hockey, so I don't know what's going on there. But yeah, so what's going on with wrestling?
All right. So I was telling you before we started, but I went to George Mason University for AEW this week. Dynamite recorded there. It was a really good show. Coming into it, I hadn't even really seen a lot of what the matchups were going to be, but it was a lot of championship matches. Nobody changed. No championships changed hands, as it turns out. But still a lot of good wrestling. And a relatively toned down show, because I keep having this debate with myself about like taking my daughter to wrestling because she likes it a lot, but WWE tickets have gotten ridiculous, and WWE as a company is, at its
Do they
most
have
questionable
children ticket
now.
or they're just
It's that.
tickets? Do they have children
Is that?
ticket or just tickets?
Nah, it's just tickets.
Okay.
It's just tickets, and they're all even the higher up stuff is like over $100 now, and it's ridiculous. You can get AEW tickets like, in the first set of raised up bleachers basically for like around $60, and yeah, it's absurd. But there were a lot of kids, and I've seen kids at AEW shows before, but sometimes I question whether that's a good idea or not. There's usually a lot of cursing. There's sometimes a decent amount of blood. But this one was very toned back as far as content goes. There was still cursing. MJF was on the show. That's just his stick. The women's champion, Tekla, her catchphrase now is just calling people dumb bitches. So yeah,
Oh.
that's yeah. Yeah, that it's still a little too much, but yeah, I was like, maybe we're getting there. But that was a good time. Um, at WWE, I just saw some news right before we posted or before we started recording here. Some more releases or departures. It sounds like maybe these are more mutual things. Tonga Loa, who is one of the guys brought in for the MFTs, which is like Solo's Sikoa's version of the Bloodline, as well as JC Mateo, who is Jeff Cobb, fantastic wrestler, but he is also was part of the MFT story and just kind of never really fit in with it, and it basically felt like he's being wasted there. But that wasn't the surprising one. The surprising one is the New Day. Xavier Woods and Kofi Kingston
Yeah.
apparently have come to terms with WWE and have mutually agreed to depart. So
What?
I think it's a guarantee that they will show up in AEW as soon as their contracts allow. They're friends with Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks, and I think the addition of those two guys would be fantastic for a tag team division in AEW that is relatively strong, but could use some more people to become a bigger focus. I mean, Edge and Christian are there right now. We got to see them on Wednesday night. But it does seem like maybe they're coming closer to the end of their run. I don't know how long either of them want to do this, but I can't imagine they're going to be wanting to wrestle on TV every week, and it's not necessarily what they're doing right now. But the fact that they're wrestling in Fairfax, Virginia, says a lot, because usually the shows around here that I attend are kind of like, here's the second string kind of guys. But yeah, that is shocking to me. I don't know how, if I'm WWE, I'm letting those guys leave. Like, for the longest time, they were such a money printing machine. And yeah, they turned them heel and then have absolutely had nothing for them. But that says a lot about you. I mean, you got some stuff. You got people coming up from NXT, but I really think WWE is going to stop. I wonder how long they're going to have like a tag division proper, because that's a lot of the people that you saw, during these releases. I mean, Motor City Machine Guns, like those guys are top tier talent and a big part of what you had as far as a tag team division on SmackDown. Tonga Loa leaving his brother Tama Tonga. I mean, Tama Tonga's always been the bigger star, but that says, they're going to focus on him as a singles guy. He's not going to do tag team stuff. Also taking JC Mateo out of that group. That's another guy that could be tagging with either Tonga Loa or Tama Tonga or even Solo Sikoa. Really, it just feels like they're stripping that stuff down, and I guess they're leaning out their roster a lot. It feels like, and again, like I know they're bringing people up from NXT, so maybe they're backfilling in a way that like isn't as obvious to me. But yeah, just Xavier Woods and Kofi Kingston. Like Xavier Woods was doing so much work on like their gaming YouTube stuff. And Kofi has just been around for so long. He feels like a very positive force in the locker room that you would want to keep around. I don't know how you don't. I mean, I guess at a certain point now you're owned by TKO, and there's probably a lot more like business and money-minded decisions that are made. So you don't necessarily throw the bag at, two guys that are relatively up there in age when you've got more people in NXT that you can bring up and just kind of fill the void there with, regardless of what their like stature and tenure is with the company. If you don't have to pay those dudes, several millions of dollars, then you don't, I guess. And you just say, you're just another cog in the machine. We can build up more stars just like we are. Go have fun in AEW or whatever, I guess. But I don't know. I just didn't know. I just didn't think about a reality where this was actually a potential realistic thing that could happen. And now we could get, New Day versus Young Bucks matches, New Day versus FTR in actual like wrestling, because they had their feud with them as the Revival back when they were in WWE, but that was never, that was the Revival under Vince McMahon, which was two dudes getting caught by the Usos shaving each other's backstage, and that was the gag. It was never, what they were pulling off in NXT, which were fantastic tag team matches. And even I don't know, do we get like Edge and Christian versus New Day? Like that.
All right,
just
so you said
seems,
him and Kofi. What about the other guy, the third guy?
Well, Big E, Big E got his neck broken. And I don't know that he's ever going to wrestle again. It seems like he's kind of come to terms with the idea that he's not going to ever wrestle again. He's been doing like commentary, like pre-show and post-show stuff for WWE. So he's with the company as far as I know right now still. And that's not to take anything away from Big E. I think he's great in that role. But as far as like, does AEW need to pick him up or would they be interested in him? I don't know if that's as much of a given just because of his in-ring status.
Yeah.
So But he's been really positive about it because like it basically sounded like an injury that could have been, the death of him basically, and he feels lucky to be able to walk and talk and move like it never really happened. He just can't wrestle anymore, which is unfortunate for someone that's chosen that profession and enjoyed that life. But at the end of the day, if you're not paralyzed, that's a pretty big win, right?
Oh yeah.
So yeah, that was some kind of crazy news that I've read this morning. Like literally, I was looking at my phone and I went, this got to be a joke, right? Like it's not February 1st, it's like May 2nd. Like this can't be real. And now I will say, like this is not. I haven't seen at least yet either of them saying this. This is coming from Sean Ross Sapp, who is one of the like dirt sheet guys, wrestling reporters. But usually if he's posting something, it's pretty rock solid. Like the dude has a very good record. There's a lot of people that shit on him online. But from what I've seen, he's been pretty accurate to the point. So I trust when I see something like this from him that it's most likely the case. So yeah, I definitely look forward to seeing those guys show up in AEW. It's gonna be an interesting time because between them and some of the more recent releases, if we actually do see any of them come in, it's gonna be crazy because I think I said it last week that AEW's roster right now is pretty full. One of the things that we saw on Dynamite this week is that Swerve Strickland seemingly is going to be going after Bandito, who is the Ring of Honor champion. And I don't know if that means he's going to be spending more time, doing Ring of Honor stuff, which feels, I don't want to say beneath him, but it would definitely elevate the brand if he's on there. So that could be pretty good for them. There was always the joke that whenever they gave Chris Jericho the title, because they put it on him twice, the Ring of Honor title, a couple of years ago, that they were trying to get a TV deal out of it because he's he's a relatively recognizable name to a more mainstream audience than any of the other guys they had in Ring of Honor at the time. And while Swerve's not quite that in the mainstream for wrestling fans, he's definitely like a top guy. So seeing him potentially going after that title is a lot of fun and maybe is showing a lot of confidence in Ring of Honor, which would be nice. I mean, just as a place to and I don't say this disparagingly, but kind of park some of the guys that you don't need for your main stories, but you want to keep them wrestling. You want to keep them in interesting stories, but maybe not your AEW level stories, I guess. So we'll see. But it's going to be an interesting time in wrestling, especially if WWE just continues to just do what they're doing, which is chase profits over everything else. Because like I said, like they even said it, the TKO guys said, like, basically Vince McMahon chased after the family demographic and didn't really maximize the profits in ticket sales that he could. So that's what we're doing now. And that's why you saw like WrestleMania wasn't a sellout. It was, it was struggling to sell tickets there for a while. And then they finally had to relent a little bit and put a lot of them on sale, a lot of tickets on sale. And even then, I bet the prices weren't, particularly great. We were talking like multiple dozens of grand for like floor seats at WrestleMania. Like that was insane. Yeah. So yeah, I think AEW, as long as they continue to strive to be a more price conscious brand that allows fans to come and see their shows. And if they keep grabbing up talent that WWE is willing to let go, I think they're in a pretty good place to stick around for quite a while and not really have those fears of them going away.
All right. So I guess we get into what we've been watching.
Yeah.
So I think Daredevil, we both watched that. I haven't watched anything else of note. I think I watched one Universal Basic Guys. I haven't caught up. I'm still not caught up to the end. I think they're pretty much finished, maybe. But
that makes sense. Yeah, seems about long enough.
But did you? Because I gave you something, and I don't know where you stopped at. Did you see the episode where in the hot dog eating contest?
I don't think so.
Okay. All right. That was pretty good.
Okay.
But yeah, Daredevil, we're kind of getting to the home stretch, right? Like, is it going to only be 8 episodes like last year?
I think there's only one more episode after this one.
Yeah.
Because this was 7, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think there's only one more episode.
Man, so we well, spoilers, guys. So we don't see Punisher. If we're going to see Punisher, it's going to be this episode. It's only going to be one episode if we even see him. God darn.
Which again, if we even see him, are they just saving him for this one-off thing that they're doing the week after, or what? Which after that first season and the story they were telling there feels kind of like it just doesn't logically make sense. Like, why'd this guy just disappear off the face of the earth? And maybe that will be explained in this thing. Maybe he's going through a psychotic break or something, and he's just doing heroin in an apartment somewhere because he's lost his family and he's reliving all that stuff.
What's the rest of the B team that we saw at the end of last year? I guess I think you can say that they're those cops who were watching out for her in the jail. In this episode,
they're the ones that's the one, the dude that got shot in the head. Yeah, it's him.
Yeah. So it was. I mean, it was all right episode. I mean, and I'm assuming Tony Soprano's son is dead.
It sure looks that way. Yeah, geez. that felt like there's some character growth there, right? Like him letting BB go, but at the same time, it feels like that's a character I would have liked to see for a longer time.
Yeah, and thing is also is like I would have still at least tried to fight back. I mean, shit, like the guy would have to kill me quick because I'm totally fighting back. Like I wouldn't just like do nothing. I mean, that's essentially what happened. I mean, even if he want me, because like he let him get like a punch in. I mean, I can see like you get a punch in and then it's like, oh man, he knocked the air out of me. I can't do nothing. But it's like you didn't put an attempt up though. You didn't attempt to like do anything.
I don't know if he thought sacrificing himself was going to distract him long enough to let BB get further away or something like that.
Like this, okay? Chances are like, oh man, he might kill me. I'm taking something with me, and like anything, like he's going to have to shoot me, like because like I'm going to have some knife or something. You ain't going to be doing no hand-to-hand combat. It's like like you're not going to want to. Like I'm going to at least try to like hurt you. But he because I mean, thing is, I was really thinking he was just going to give her up.
It sure seemed that way.
But like, not hoping isn't like I want her to go, but I was kind of like he just go full like, you know what? Nah, I'm going to be Fist.
I'm going to be Kingpin Jr.
Yeah. But yeah, they went that route with it. Also with Bullseye helping the governor coming through, that was pretty neat because I was really thinking like what is she said she didn't want to do it, Jessica Jones, but she also, I was thinking like maybe I was thinking like, oh, she's still going to try to help her, but then I said, oh, okay, yeah, Bullseye, he did let him go. I guess that makes sense. And I
Yeah.
guess they mentioned Luke though. They did mention
Yeah.
Luke. So that's interesting. I wonder what's the story there. Lucas and Luke Cage. So yeah, I mean, that's all I can remember. I mean, it was all right. I mean, I don't. There's nothing really I can really find terribly wrong with it. Oh yeah, but what the his ex girlfriend, like, I guess
Hmm.
she's going full bad guy now. I guess I don't know, bad lady yet. I
Yeah.
don't know. Yeah. Oh yeah, and what was the oh, this is what I don't know. What was that jewelry that Kingpin
I don't
set up?
know. I didn't understand if that was like she had stolen Vanessa's ring or what. I didn't get that. Or if like he was like proposing to her and she was like, "Oh, he was like, "Oh, this is the heat of the moment thing." I didn't understand that at all. I don't know if I just like missed an obvious thing in a previous episode or what.
Like, did she drop something in the bedroom?
Oh,
Even
maybe.
still, I don't know what's the issues. Like, yeah, she went through. She was there. I mean, in the bedroom. I don't know what she was. It didn't seem like she was doing anything wrong, really. When the day of her death. I mean, not the
Yeah.
day of death, the funeral. Um,
Yeah.
I was thinking, like, is that something she dropped in the bedroom or something? Like, is that hers? Or but I don't get it. Yeah, even if it is Vanessa's, I don't remember anything about that. That's the thing. I don't know
Okay,
what
so
that
based
was.
on what the person on Reddit says, because somebody asked the same thing, what was the significance? It was an earring Heather had stolen the other one when she was there after the funeral. So yeah, I guess she had stolen it from Vanessa, basically,
Okay, uh, why did she do that?
because she's super bad, Dominic. She's even bad to the bad people. Yeah, exactly. Why does that matter?
Yeah, I don't understand. Like, why?
That's like
Yeah,
such a petty crime to, well, maybe that's it, right? Like it's such a petty crime. He's like, "Oh, if I can't trust you to not steal things from me, I can't trust you to
but
be
why do
my
you?
number 2 hench person."
I don't. I mean, I don't know what. Okay, like, what is that? Like, I don't know why she would do it. Like, what
Yeah.
is this? Like, what? I don't know what they're going with this. I don't
And that's
understand.
the thing, right? Like it makes more sense if you motivate that move, right? Like
Yeah,
I don't think you and me and this person on Reddit should be just like not understanding what the significance of the thing is. Like
yeah,
we watched the
yeah.
same show. And yeah, for the only answer to be, oh yeah, she stole it from, stole it at the
It's like, why did
funeral
you
or
say?
whatever.
Because I think when I saw her take, I was just thinking more of like a memento or something,
Mm,
like a friend or something. Like she just something to keepsake. I honestly didn't think of like, oh yeah, this could come back and he steal it. Because then I don't know what the story. Yeah, I don't know what's going like. What is this? Yeah, I don't know or whatever. Yeah, but her character. Yeah, I don't. I just yeah. I mean, like yeah, she's bad, but I just don't. I don't get it. I don't get her character still. I still don't get her character as a whole. Like I don't. It's like I don't really feel nothing from her. I don't think like I don't think she's. I mean, I don't see her as bad, but it's also don't really. I don't get nothing from like her really.
yeah.
Like to me, yeah, it's just it. Like it made sense in the first one, like her being connected to Matt and her being their therapist. Like that was like,
Mhm.
oh shucks, there. But now and then, like, yeah, okay, she turned on Matt, but the way see the reasoning also turning on like being like vigilant doesn't like vigilantes. I feel like man, I wish they would have picked a better way to do that because like you can do that. You can make her so that she doesn't like vigilantes at all. But the way y'all do it is like it don't make sense because it's like she obviously knows that Daredevil was there to save her.
Right.
why then just hate? Like that guy wasn't a vigilante. That guy was just a killer. He was just a killer, like a serial
And
killer, basically.
she doesn't know that he's Daredevil, right? Like
No,
that's
no, she doesn't know that.
yeah. So it's not like that even like she doesn't like that he is a vigilante. She just doesn't like that he
Yeah, or
likes
like, oh, you lied to
vigilantes.
me.
Like
Yeah, yeah, something like that. Yeah, she doesn't even know. So yeah, I just feel like they could have done a better way to make it so that she becomes a villain. I think that's what it is. It's like it's not even because the actress I've seen her in it was a show that came on HBO. It really deal with the basically red light district of like New York stuff, like New York doing the like with hookers and stuff back in the '70s and something like that. Darn man, what was that called? It was shucks. Let me see. With
Maggie
what's her name?
Gyllenhaal
Yeah, Maggie Gyllenhaal. Yeah, she was in
yeah,
there, and
and James
the guy.
Franco
Yeah, he played
or
he
one of the
played twins.
Francos.
He played both. Yeah, it was just him.
Okay.
And he played a twin. He played like it was like yeah, they did a thing
Yeah, what
where
was that called?
uh,
I want to
I
say
forgot what
like
it's
The
called.
Hustle or something, but it wasn't that. It was
Yeah,
The
maybe,
something.
yeah. The because it was the guy who did the Wire did this too.
The Deuce.
The Deuce. Okay, yeah, the Deuce. Yeah, that was that was really I wouldn't say it's the first I've seen her, but it's the first time I can remember seeing her, and like
Mm.
she was in all the seasons there, and I liked her character. Yeah, she played. I think she played Franco's girlfriend, one of his characters. I mean, then I think eventually they separated, but they still were like talking to each other because she was always there. She had a bar and everything. Um,
Mm.
but yeah, I just think they didn't. Yeah, I just think they didn't do a good job with developing her character in this one. Like like it started out good, and it just yeah, I think it kind of didn't fall through after that whole mess with that whatever guy who was trying to kill her, that serial killer guy.
Yeah, Muse.
Yeah. So what did you think? Anything else to note to
Nah, I
mention
mean
this
it's
episode?
basically like we talked about last week, right? Like I think generally each of these episodes is perfectly fine and somewhat compelling, but together as a season, it doesn't really feel like it's going anywhere. And for it to come after season one that felt like it was setting something up to only have another season that just feels like it's setting something up is disappointing.
Yeah. All right. So I guess we get to what we're playing. So did you play anything?
No, I didn't really get a chance to play anything this week worth talking about.
Oh, okay. So I've been playing some more Vampire Crawlers. I unlocked a couple other characters. The old man, um, another woman who I have learned that is a woman because I always thought it was a man, but I never really read the description of it, and it's kind of hard to tell with these freaking pixelated characters. Um, and Also another stage, which is like a bridge, which is it's kind of tough. And I got to like the end, but I was like, man, I ain't gonna last because my health was just low, and I had enough shield cards to really hold off the enemy at the end. But that was still fun. But yeah, just being yeah, I just played like one new stage, and yeah, it's been still I still find it fun. Like yeah, it's still something like I can just jump in and just play and just jump off. Like yeah, that's what I really like about it. I played. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention like last week I did play Mouse PI for Hire. That's
Nice.
the new noir black and white, almost like 50s, 40s looking cartoon, um, first person shooter. where you play as a mouse. Yeah, you're a private investigator who's a mouse, and you're investigating a death of some other mouse. So like I don't honestly don't I didn't pay attention enough to the story. Like I don't even I know I think a musician died. I think that's who got killed. And yeah, and you basically you go through like your invest game, and then you go through some shooting. Um, it's basically a shooter though, like a traditional shooter, like a shooter of like the days of the '90s, because you can't zoom in to shoot like it's just like Doom, like old Doom.
Right.
There's also you have to gain your health. You have to pick up health and things of that nature. But the shooting feels good. I like the. I mean, it's kind of hard to get used to because like that style, because I'm so used to the modern style of shooting. But getting back
Yeah.
to that, it's all right. I mean, if you play mouse or keyboard, I'm sure it's simple. But I always play controller. The like the banter and stuff, like or like the talk, it's pretty funny. I like it so far. There's also parts of the game where it's downtime where you just kind of walk in the area, like because eventually you get to a point where you kind of pick. You have to drive around town to each stage, basically. Um, and like there's also like a place where you go where it's like your office, and you can walk around like a little small portion of the city around your office, and like go to the bar or something. And then it's like that's where places like you can get like upgrades like guns and stuff like that. um but yeah, I think it's pretty cool. I like the whole atmosphere of it. Like it has that basically kind of old, like almost like a one of those old detective shows, and just the look of those old cartoons too. Kind of just mix it in. It's not a kids. It's more adult. It's not a kids game. Um, but yeah, man, it seems pretty good. I think the I don't know what the Metacritic is, but I think it's pretty good though. I think it's rated pretty good. Most of the people I've seen rated games around like eights, and
Mm.
maybe between like eights and sevens or something. I mean, there's a couple people who gave it some high scores, but yeah, that's how I feel about it. Like I feel like it's all right.
Yeah, it looks like it's got an
And
81 on Metacritic right now.
the voice acting and stuff is pretty good. Like it's definitely better than what I thought it was going to end up being. Honestly, like I always liked the
Yeah.
look of it. But I was just afraid that it was going to turn out to be like that's all it's going to be. I
That's the
really thought it was
gimmick.
gonna,
Yeah. It's
yeah.
compromised everywhere else because how much work had to go into that.
Yeah, but nah, man. The animation is really good, and the shooting it's fine, and like the gameplay is fine. Like overall, the gameplay is basically like just your typical '90s type of shooter, but which is okay. Like especially with this aesthetic and atmosphere, it's like I like that. I'm good with that. So yeah. Um, Also, I played some more Outer Worlds 2. Got pretty far in that. I'm on a planet where this is the what they called. I forgot what the group is called, but they're basically the dictator group. Really, like they're a group where hey, you always just do what we say. Like that's like you don't need to think at all. Like and like literally, they say that you don't need to think. Like they have robots to do all the work too. There's robots to do all the work, and I mean, it's still like people who do some things, but because still soldiers and everything. But yeah, but you just listen to your leader, and you don't ever question anything and do anything. And if you do question something, you have to go to refreshment, where they kind of scramble your brain to make it so that you just listen. And if you get refreshed a lot, you basically become a vegetable. So
Mm.
well, you don't want to keep doing that. So, hey, but it's funny how like the people you find the people who do get refreshments. Like a guy said, yes, I need to be refreshed because I asked just a question. Like as and like I forget what the question was. Like something simple. It was like, oh nope, you gotta go refresh. You gotta go. It's like you questioning things like you shouldn't be. Um, so yeah, it's so I'm on their plan, and like that's actually a group because you do have it just like in a previous game where certain groups you'll get you can be like factions that you can they can either like you or dislike you. Like there's I mean, I think like Fallout had that too. Well, at least the Fallout 4 had it. I don't know about Fallout 3. Fallout 3 might have had that too. Where you like, yeah, different factions will like you depending on what you've done, like on a quest,
Right.
and like or dislike you. So but they're the one, but they're the only ones I don't see as one. So it's almost like, oh, I'm just going to be against these guys. Period. Um, like they're like it doesn't really matter because at one point I was just walking, I was thinking like they were just shooting at me, and thing is, I have a guy who's technically part of the group, and I was thinking like, oh, is he going to leave me now because I'm killing his guys? But then when I talked to him, because like it gets like a bubble comes up on your companions if they want to say something to you, and he was saying like why they shouldn't be shooting at us. He said they should. It's like they see me with you. They should be questioning me at first. They wouldn't shoot. They're not shoot first kind of thing. They don't do shoot first. Like they'll question like who are you? But later on you find out like yeah, there's been some trouble like behind the scenes with them, like some change that a lot of the people don't know. That's a little spoilery, but I mean, I'm still learning. Like I just kind of found out right now. I haven't really delved into it deeply, but so I mean, but yeah. So I was like, because I was wondering, because he even says to you that when you first pick him up, is that hey, if you attack, people of my group or something, like I will be forced to leave you and have to take things in my own hands or something like that. And that's what I was thinking. I was like, I wonder what's going to happen now. Because I wanted to see what happens. It's like, I have no choice but to shoot him. But that's what it is. I think that's how they made it so that he doesn't leave your group because like he knows there's something going on wrong with him. Um, what else? I don't think I did anything else in the game worth mentioning. I did play some more like a Dragon 2. And yeah, man, this game it's so fun. And the dialogue is pretty good too. But now I'm at a point where I'm playing as Kiryu, the guy who was the main character of all the Yakuza series, and you're back in Japan because he had to leave. He has cancer. He had to leave Hawaii because he was feeling sick, so he had to get like basically go to a hospital. So he ended up going back to Japan, and you took one of the other guys from the group with you back because well actually there's two guys from Japan who came to Hawaii. Like they came to Hawaii to meet you up and help you. Like it was a surprise. And but then one of the guys who was a former doctor, he left with Kiro back in Japan, and now you're playing as him in Japan. So this is and then you got this other girl who she might have been in. If she was in a previous game, I don't think I played it because I don't remember ever seeing her. But she's with you in the group too, and so now it's like it's basically a break from Hawaii. Like something happened in Hawaii, and then they had like the next chapter. Now I'm in Japan, so because I was wondering like when was I'll come back to Japan because I was like I ain't do everything over there. Like I pretty much just left, and there was still some side quests and stuff that was there, and I said okay. Um, even though I wonder, I mean I don't think I can do those side quests because that would be with Kasuga because I'm Kiru now. So I don't know.
Mhm.
But anyway, I mean, still having fun with it. Still a lot to do. Like I was doing some mini games in there. Still playing. I was playing a lot of Sujimon. I don't think I can do it right. I don't think Kiru can do Sujimon, um, which is like the Pokemon game in there. Uh, I mean, it's funny because and they call them like these are like the Pokemon in these games are basically grown men and who wear weird costumes or do they're weird. And they even the announcer be like, "Oh, let's watch these freaks impers fight each other or something like that. And like, because these guys, they just look so weird. And like, I just like how you can strengthen them up and evolve them to look like they look even weirder. And I think you can. And there's a max to it. I don't know what it is, like how many times you can evolve. But anyway, yeah, it's funny, and the story is pretty funny. I think it was one point you went to a dojo, and like the dojo is a really regular fighting dojo, but then the Sujimon stuff is like underground and extra. And thing is, you already got three guys on your team that are from like a real dojo, and I think one of the characters I recognize him from a previous game, and he so when it was time, like I beat the guy at this dojo, he said he'll help train my Sujimon. So I think you can actually do it where you can give them like you can give your Pokemon to level up. Like I wasn't that like a Pokemon farm or whatever it was called at some point where you can give I think it's a place where you can put your Pokemon in.
Yeah, there's a daycare.
Yeah, yeah. So that's what basically he is. And but thing is, one of the guys he used to work at a dojo. He doesn't have a dojo anymore. He was saying like, "Nah," I said, "I don't need that." Say, I already work at a dojo, and my students they're okay too. But nah, the students were like, "Yeah, we'll go to this dojo," and they say they're going to dojo train. And like, cause this guy he's like a loser basically. Like I know he lost his dojo because they didn't have enough money and everything. He actually, I mean, even though he's the master of his dojo, he can't really fight. His students are actually better than him. But like he's. I remember like I forgot who was I. I don't know if I was Kiru. I was because it might have been Yakuza 3. I remember seeing him in, and remember what Yakuza where you played as 4 characters. That's the one I remember seeing him. But yeah, it's pretty funny with him. But yeah, man, the game is it's a lot. It's almost like because it reminds me basically like how Grand Theft Auto is, like a smaller scope. Grand Theft Auto, like going around the city and having all these like other things to do. That's not what the main game. Of course, I mean the cutscene. The cutscenes are long in this game, and the thing is like yeah, it's a lot of cutscenes, but it's also a lot of game. It's a lot of game too at the same time, so it makes it very long. And what else have I played? I played some more Trails. Not really much to say on that. I mean, I'm on the last chapter. But like I said, this one is not as good as the first one. Like overall, like technically, it's gameplay wise is better, but story wise, it's like it doesn't advance much. Like it's okay, but yeah, it doesn't really do a whole lot compared to what I've read about like the third game. They said like, okay, yeah, it does. That was definitely better. But I mean, yeah, I'm just basically I'm just trying to finish it, and that's all. That's pretty much it. So I guess we'll take a quick break when we get back. Get to the flashback segment.
All right.
And we're back. So now we flash back into. Well, actually, no. This is a flashback segment, but we actually got one game to mention. It's only been 3 days. Well, it's only going to be the first 3 days of May that I'll be working with here. Yeah, so we're in a new month. There's one game that is worth mentioning, or maybe not worth mentioning, but for me it is because it was a game I thought I was hoping it would beat out Overwatch, but unfortunately it didn't. Battleborn came out 10 years ago. Battleborn is a hero kind of MOBA game, MOBA / shooter game, just not in that isometric position, like League of Legends and Dota, but in that top down, I should say, with those. It was like a first person. I mean, not first person. Well, yeah, first person. And could you switch to third? I want to say you could switch third, but I'm not sure. I don't remember, but I know it's first person.
Yeah.
And thing is, it came out around the same time as Overwatch. Overwatch came out a few weeks later at the end of May.
Yeah.
But Overwatch
Yeah,
also
but I think
had
they did like a beta this week or something like that. It was really shiesty.
yeah. That's what it was. I was knew something happened. Oh yes, Orioles got a home run. There we go.
Nice.
And the Yankee guy caught the ball in his hat or helmet or something. I don't know. I'm like a Yankee fan, but is that Pete Alonso
Yeah,
again?
Yankee fans definitely wear helmets. Is that who?
Pete Alonso, because he's the guy who picked. Who is that? Who hit it? I can't. Yeah, it is Pete Alonso. Yep, because he's the one who hit one yesterday.
Nice.
So yeah, he's back because technically he was a Met, so he's back in New York. So he know that he's familiar with this area. But anyway, so yeah, that's what it was. Yeah, that I knew it was something that they did that happened. It happened so close to really make it like, oh, this is definitely not this game. Like what game was better? But I remember seeing Battleborn. It was Game Informer cover, and I mean, I didn't know about Overwatch then when I saw this. Like, I didn't know nothing. I think Overwatch was just a name only. You didn't really see. It was like maybe some concept, but it was nothing really big. Like, unless you were following it or something. Like, there was no like big article or something I read. So this is what's really the game I first saw, and it's about the guys who did Borderlands. So I'm like, oh, good, like something new. And the guys who did Borderlands, so I was like, yeah, this is like at the Borderlands 2. So I'm looking forward to it. And they had a bunch of characters and things of that nature too, a whole bunch of characters and whatever. So and plus when I read like hey, it's a single player and it's multiplayer. So I was like, oh, there's a story mode too and everything. That sounded pretty good. And then they had a beta. So I remember me and you played it, and we played the co-op of the single player. I don't know if maybe we did play a match of multiplayer. I'm not sure. I know I played like 2 games of multiplayer, but I know, yeah, they also let you play the single
Yeah, I
player
remember the
co-op.
single player. I don't necessarily remember the multiplayer.
Yeah, and I mean, it was like your normal shooter, yeah, like character like thing, Borderlands like thing, shooter. I mean, so it's basically I'm not on rails, but there's a set path to go and everything. But it's like I think we got to a point where when the guy players just wasn't playing anymore or something, so it caused we couldn't move. We had we couldn't play anymore because since he can't, we needed all 3 people to move, whatever, or 4, whatever. But like he was just, I don't know what happened. Maybe his mom called him to do something. I don't know. But so we didn't. I know we've only finished one, I think, story scenario, and then like we didn't finish the other one. I mean, I thought it was all right, and like plus I was like, yeah, I mean, it's fine. I like Borderlands, so I was like, I don't mind giving that a shot. I never did end up buying it because I was waiting because the reviews came out. They were pretty. They were like around the 7s, something like that,
Yeah.
range, something like that. And it's like it was fine. It was fine. And I was like, I'll wait. Like I wasn't probably gonna buy regardless when it first came out anyway. I was probably gonna wait for a sale. And then eventually Overwatch came and then that kind of basically took over. Like that was really the known like shooter at the time. And thing is, like, I mean, Overwatch. I guess the hope was that eventually they get single player because that's really was for Battleborn. It's like, hey, they used to have a single player content on this, like, and single player slash co-op content, which that's what I really wanted, and I was like, say darn, but Overwatch. I mean, yeah, it turned out to be the better shooter, and this it kind of just fell flat. I mean, ended up falling flat, and that they end up saying, well, we're not going to try anything new anymore. We're just going to stick with Borderlands. And so, I mean, that's what happened. And Overwatch, I mean, Overwatch was big for some years. And then until they got too big for their britches, they thought they could just ride it out what they had. And I don't know what, like, it never made sense to me why Overwatch couldn't have been even bigger than what it is, what it got to be. Like, why couldn't it get why couldn't it get the story mode down pack? I don't know. Like, these guys are Blizzard. Like, the company's Blizzard, I should say. But
Yeah. I wonder
it's
how much
like,
of that was just a financial decision of like, this is around the time that live service games are getting big. And it's like, well, we've already got a successful online thing that people pay money for sexy skins for. Why should we waste time making single player content that half the people that buy it don't ever actually get through?
and I mean, it's become like one of the most liked games. So now it's just like people. I mean, people. It's still being played, but it's just not as popular among the gamers online. Like, basically, like, yeah. As far as like social media and stuff, like, nobody's really not talking about it like it used to. Like, no, and nobody
Yeah.
really. And every time it comes up with something new, it seemed like it's always people kind of saying, "Oh, what's the problem?" or whatever with it. It's like it's just it has its audience, and its audience is not like the loud crowd like it used to be. It's not
No.
there. It's not what it used to be like with the streamers and things of that nature.
Yeah, I think
Um,
they've definitely gotten better from the launch of 2, up through the rebranding of it back to just Overwatch. I
I mean,
think it's
and also
probably in a
that too.
pretty decent
Yeah,
place, but
that's what
yeah,
I
it's
think
it's
that
not
two kind
nearly
of
what it
ruined it
was.
too, because it was like it's not really a two. it's
Yeah.
not. It's not really a sequel.
Especially once you eliminate that single player aspect of it that they were going to add as part of 2.
Yeah, and then you kind of eliminate Overwatch 1. Like, there is no Overwatch 1 you can play. It's just you're just playing 2, which
Yeah.
at the end that's what really makes it kind of bad. It's like, why'd you even call it 2? All you do is this is just you just added new characters, and added like you did change the rule, like you had what it was like less. They took out a character, like it was less characters at a
Yeah,
point.
you had fewer people per team. I think it was like
And
4 instead of
then
5, right?
yeah, but you could play a mode where you can play like the original. And it's real. Uh, yeah, it's just funny how they just fall in. Like, people just started ragging on it, just kind of like Destiny. What happened to
Yeah.
Destiny's? Well, Destiny 2 also is done the same way. Like, the last few, every time I look on the like Steam or something at their DLC, man, I just look at man, it's just negative. It's just like negatives for it. Um, and it's like, man, I just remember like people really love this game. And well, there's a guy who I know who plays Destiny 2. Me, he told me, I forget what he said now, but he was telling me the reasons why, like, he doesn't like it as much anymore, and why a lot of people don't like it now. Like, people who've been playing it all the time. It's just some of the decisions the guys make, and it's just not really good for the players. It's not really, yeah, it's not really seem like it's more money oriented decisions now than actual content that's beneficial to the players. And
Exactly.
I know this is I know it's kind of go off with Battleborn, but like, I was looking at Blizzard because the Lords of Hatred DLC just came out, and this is something I was thinking about, how we felt with Destiny 1, how Destiny 1 was kind of but like, compared to what it became, it's kind of bare. And
Yeah. Bare
then
bones,
when
not
they
worth the
finally
money.
they came with that expansion, which made it a whole lot better, people said like, wow, it's worth getting. And it felt like it was slapping the face of us, because like, dude, I gotta pay what, like $30 some or something like that for it, while somebody can just buy this game and have the whole game. And
Yeah.
like, yeah, I get that games become cheaper, as time goes on. But it's like, dude, but this game, it sucks compared to what like, you actually make the game better with that, and I have to buy something. I feel like, no, man, it's got to be something cheap. You got to give me something for this, man, because like, y'all gave me this bare bones game, and that I thought was gonna be a whole lot bigger, and now I have to make me pay even more. And it's kind of like, I wasn't gonna do it. I said, nah, man. It's like, you're not gonna get me to. end up paying like $100 for this game. Like I added up just so I can finally play the game that was probably what I thought it was going to be initially.
Yeah.
And with the Lords of Hatred, that's kind of what they did. Like the previous expansion, that was actually kind of rated not that great. A lot of people said like, "Oh man, it's not as much content to be costing either $40 or $30, whatever it was." And now it's just free. It means it's technically free if you buy this. You buy Lords of Hatred, you get that. So people are pissed. And people, I was looking at the previous DLC because I see that you can't even buy that. I mean, the expansion, you can't even buy it separate anymore. And I saw like, if you just buy Lords of Hatred, you get it. And some of us is pissed because they say, I just bought this. Y'all ain't tell me y'all didn't say I was just gonna make it not be able to buy, make it free. I mean, make it essentially free if you buy the next one. Because now you tell me I have to, because the guy was like, pay money for this, like $40 for this, and now you tell me I have to pay another 40, and I could have just waited to just pay just one. This is $40 and got both. And like I'm like, yo, yeah, that's kind of like I feel like, dude, if the people who already bought it, man, they should get it cheaper. It should be cheaper then. Like, how you don't have the expansion for that and this just for free? And like that's like, yeah, it's good for people who are late. But for the people who actually, kept playing your game, I just feel like, yeah, you should give them Lords of Hatred maybe for like 20 or something. I don't know. I mean, I know you probably say like, no, it should be 40, but then it makes it looks bad. Like it looks bad that these guys they're punished. They're punished for being the ones who actually get the game. When it's
early adopters.
Yeah, and that's what we've been seeing though. It's like you're punishing early adopters, which is essentially what people really buy these games. And this is what you really go by your sales of these games. They're the ones who get punished, and the people who just wait, like it's good, and like it just forces people to either wait or just don't buy or something like that. Like, it just don't buy it. Because I probably would feel like if I saw that, I probably wouldn't even buy Lords of Hatred. I'd probably just be like, man, forget it. Like, I'm not getting this game until it's super cheap, and by the time it gets cheap, maybe be like, I don't even care about the game anymore.
Yeah.
That's how I was with Destiny. Destiny 1. Like, I didn't bother getting that one at all. And I got, Destiny 2, like last year. I mean, come on, the game's been out for a while. All right. So that's the only game to mention from the flashback segment. So now we're going, what we do every month, we go through magazine covers that came out within that month from 10, 20, 30 years ago. So, oh my God, that goddamn Yankees hit a home run. This one we just got it. That was a 2-1 home run. You sons of bitches. All right. So now we're in 2016, and we got Game Informer, and they have Final Fantasy 15 on the front here. This is with the main character with his father, and he got a dog over there. I don't think you see the dog when he gets older. Probably died. But yeah, it's Final Fantasy 15, which was actually Final Fantasy 12 Versus or some shit. Which,
yeah,
whatever the hell that means. I always thought that was a weird title anyway. I always thought like that was like a standing title, because I was like, what does that even mean? What's Final Fantasy 12 Versus even mean? I was like, whatever. Final Fantasy 13 Versus. What was it? I think 13 Versus. What was it? What?
Yeah, 13.
It was a Versus. Yeah. It was a Versus. It had Versus in there. Which
means it was going to be a fighting game.
Yeah, it wasn't. I think I've read somewhere what that actually meant, what the Versus actually meant, but like I don't even remember. And I don't know. Maybe I'm just putting it in my head that I read it somewhere. Who knows? Because just like all the crazy titles, I mean, those Kingdom Hearts titles. Come on, I mean, like it's like whatever. but yes, Final Fantasy 15. I mean, it looked good. I mean, the whole it all aspect like you it's like four bros together on a road trip, like they drive in a car and everything. And like it was what like was it a BMW or Audi? What was it? Like it was a branded
Oh,
car.
was it actually a branded one? I can't
Yeah,
remember.
yeah. I forget what it was, but it was like a yeah, it was actually branded car. Like oh yeah, that's one thing with this game. This is for me. This is the first Final Fantasy I really noticed advertisement in these games, like legit advertisement of product, and like especially like when you do the food and it's like make food look like real. So oh, that's nice. It actually has names. I want to say cup of noodles was in this game. Was branded in
Okay.
this game. But yeah, man, I was like, wow, like they were definitely had to Square had to get that money for this. I mean, as big as this game was and how good it looked, yeah. I mean, they this looked like they spent a ton of money. I mean, and how long it was in development for this game. Uh, but yeah, eventually I played it when they got to Xbox Game Pass on
Mhm.
the Windows. Like that was really I think I played a demo of this game, but eventually, yeah, I ended up playing the I played the original game and beat it when it got on like on PC, and it was all right. It was all right game. Um, the battle system was pretty cool. I like means it's much yeah. This is definitely much more action than the previous ones. It wasn't just like turn based. Uh, and but the story was weird and like I can't remember it. Like it was, I did not understand the story at all. like I didn't really get it. Like I didn't get what was going on. I mean, I think I might have got a little bit as playing it, but it was forgettable because it was just so weird and it wasn't that good. And that's why I really kind of was like, yeah, man, because like 13 really like that was the start of like, man, this is like this story is like I don't it's like this really is not good. It's like I don't really like it. And I was hoping that 15 would like be like, okay, maybe like they did something different. But it really felt
Mm.
it wasn't good in this one either. And yeah, I was like, yeah, maybe I just don't like these well, I don't like these Final Fantasy games. And like I did play seven, well, like seven, like overall, like I was like, yeah, the story in that one was okay, but it wasn't great. Like it was like yeah, I liked it when I was younger, but also I liked a lot of things when I was younger. And like eight wasn't also. I mean, eight I actually do story wise. I liked it better than seven. Gameplay wise, I think. I mean, eight had its moments. We'll put it like this: it had its moments. Some moments I didn't like. There was like seven. I never felt it wasn't like a moment where I like this felt like, oh, I want to get past this. This is boring, and I don't like this at all. Eight did have something like that though. See, seven, I can actually say gameplay wise, like I or just playing through it. Like I never really hate the story in seven. I mean, it wasn't great, but it was fine. Eight just had some moments like in the middle that felt like a drag to me. Um, while nine overall I like better than both. I think at that I enjoy that more. Um, actually, in both those games. And 10, I really liked. Yeah, yeah. I definitely like 10, I was really high on. Um Story to me wasn't as good as 9. And but it was better because it was like it I could comprehend it a whole lot more. It wasn't like a total mess. But when it got to 13, yeah, well 12. 12 was actually okay, but it 12's problem is like I don't know who the main character technically is the guy you play as, but it actually didn't feel like you were the main character. And you go through the game, I think it felt like everybody was a role, like a role player. like. I mean, well, I say I'm thinking of sports. Like they're just a guy. Yeah, they're not the main guy. That everybody had their roles, but nobody was like technically the main character of the story. Um, but I did like that theme a whole lot better than some of the other Final Fantasies. But yeah, 13. That's what I really was saying. Like, man, I'm maybe not into these Japanese RPGs anymore. Until I started playing the Dragon Quest games. Then I realized, okay, it's just maybe I'm into like the modern type of games, like Final
Yeah.
Fantasy type of JRPGs. And then 15, like gameplay wise, is definitely. I mean, that's really what it was. Like the whole open world aspect. I mean, it looked good. It looked good. I enjoyed the gameplay. Like the battles felt epic, but the story just that wasn't. It did nothing. Like it was just very confusing. For it. But overall, 15. I don't know what it. I mean, Metacritic wise, I know. I think it got a good score. Um, I don't know if it was a great score, but I know it had. I think it had a good score. Now sales and stuff, I have no idea. Like, I mean, they kept that game going. Like, really. Like I've been seeing sales and stuff. I remember seeing that game in sales and stuff for the longest. But then again, it was like there was no other Final Fantasy out for a while, so they
Right.
had to. Um, but yeah, I mean, I was, yeah, and I mean, at this time, like, I wasn't really that excited because I was really down 13. And then I saw like they were doing like 13, 2, and 3. And I was like, yeah, I don't, I was really trustworthy. I was really trusting this game. Like, I was really trusting it at first. And yeah, and it turns out, yeah, I would have been slightly disappointed if I had bought it. What else have okay, is anything else for 2016? Nope. So I
Yeah.
guess we'll go to
You didn't want to
20. What?
do
Well, I don't see
PC
nothing.
Gamer?
PC Gamer. You just got. I did. Wait a minute. Oh, these are the
I
ones
did
you
the
want
ones
me
that
to
I
do?
didn't highlight. Yeah.
Oh, so you didn't want me to do Game Informer?
No, but it worked because you had a lot to
Oh,
say. So
oh,
I
oh,
wasn't
oh,
going to
God,
stop you because
wait a minute. Time out. Because I'm thinking like, so why didn't you pick Game Informer? I'm confused because that's some good art. I mean, the art on this looks really good.
it was boring.
Oh, okay. I mean, but you picked PC Gamer. What the fuck? So what is
Hey, because
this?
PC Gamer has a bunch of stuff to talk about on it.
So whatever. No Man's Sky is on the cover of PC Gamer. Um, the hands-on truth about the space game you play. I feel like we did a No Man's Sky cover before, but about this that's why I didn't think you would pick it.
Okay.
But No Man's Sky, I mean it was real popular. We all thought it was going to be great when it first came out. Then when I played it, it didn't do it had really nothing for me at the time. I mean, it's a totally different game now,
Yeah.
but at the time it was just basically what's this game called?
Like a
You
sandbox game.
the scavenge, like you scavenge and
Survival game.
survival. Yeah, I mean it's still a survival game, but it's a whole lot more to it. Like it's just
Yeah.
was basically just survival, and you explore planets, which was it seemed cool at first, but it got boring really fast because a lot of planets don't look the same. It's like a different color. So like yeah,
Yeah, because
but
that's
this
what they
was
counted like they're procedurally generated or whatever. But yeah, with what you've got, it seems like that's relatively limited, right?
and I mean yeah, but like everybody was really they were big because like we were waiting for this game to come out. It was the head of Lays and yeah, it was like a disappointment, but they kept at it, man, and one uh it's one of those popular games. It's one of those popular games, and that gets updated constantly. Like almost like every year or so, here's
Yeah.
like some big
I think
update.
there's even a Switch 2 like native port of it now, so they're still going along with it.
What else we got here? View Special, Street Fighter Five, Super Hot, Firewatch, Unravel, and more. Also got Quantum Break preview in here. The Max Payne creators
Yeah.
Remedy return to PC. What it's funny to say. Oh yeah, well it's PC Gamer. No, I guess that makes
yeah,
that makes sense.
yeah,
It's just
exactly.
PC. Um,
But did they? I mean, was there a break there? Like where they didn't come to the PC?
I don't know. I never really thought about there was about the PC port of this game. I honestly don't
Yeah,
like. Yeah, I never really thought.
because I mean,
I
they did
mean,
Max Payne 2, right? And then what did they do after Max Payne? Because they didn't do Max Payne 3. So I guess maybe they're just saying like finally they're back with a game. I guess.
yeah, oh yeah, I guess so. Yeah, I guess they haven't done anything before Quantum Break. I mean, you mean like after Max Payne 2?
Yeah,
I can't think of anything.
that's a long time.
Um, well, technically, did Alan Wake come to PC? So they had that, I
Which one?
guess. But how many years was that Alan Wake? How many years was between
Oh,
Mass
Alan
Effect and
Wake.
Alan Wake? It was
Yeah,
still quite a few
yeah,
years. It's still quite a few years. So yeah,
yeah. I guess it did. It did come to the Xbox and then eventually come to the PC.
yeah. It eventually came to
Yeah.
PC. Oh my goodness, Yankees hit a home run. Look at this, man. This game is over, man.
Jesus.
Well, it's not over, technically. It's only the fifth inning. I mean, it's just that it just looks like I don't see nothing from the Orioles. Like I'm not
Yeah.
seeing anything right now from them, except for Pete Alonso. So I need him just to just keep hitting home runs. All right, you got Crisis Revisited. Why the 2007 first-person shooter is still great. Oh, they go back to Crisis. And they got Inside. They got Evil on 10 top 10 free downloads. Adam Jensen's Apartment and more.
Yeah.
Okay.
That
And
sexy man from Deus Ex's apartment, I guess.
yeah. WoW Legion previewed. Um, what was that expansion called? It was
Legion.
It was just called Legion.
I think there's one called Legion. Yeah.
Thought it was called. Yeah, I know it was Legion in there, but I thought it was something else.
Yeah. No, there's just an expansion called
I
Legion.
guess it's just Legion. Oh yeah, that's the Oh yeah, that's like necromancer stuff.
That horny dude.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
he's got horns.
Whatever. What else is up here? 16 extra pages, same price. Okay, you get more pages in this one. They don't charge you more. That's great. All right. What else we got here? We got Edge magazine, and we got the Oculus Rift on the front. There's two covers of this, and yeah, this is like the big VR headset. The ones like
because we had just talked
heard about
a couple weeks ago or last week about like the games that started launching for the Oculus Rift, and this is consumer version 1 finally releasing and being a reality and being relatively affordable compared to previous entries. And then like it was what, about a year and a half that we thought VR, maybe 2 years, we thought VR was like taking the next step. And it seemed like a lot of people were pumping a lot of money into it, and now it's just back to being kind of a gimmick.
What are you talking about? They
Not
raised the
really
price up because of the popularity of it, right?
yeah, I mean, well, yeah. I mean, if you get into like recent reality of it, yeah, raising the price of it during the pandemic and then raising the price of it again, more recently, it's just, yeah. Yeah, that is now their legacy, is being the first gaming hardware to raise their price after having been out for several years and watching the industry follow suit.
Yeah, that's really what. Yeah, that is crazy. But yeah, VR. I mean, VR. It looked like it was. I mean, I think maybe it could have. Maybe it's just timing. Not that the timing was like there was a good time. It's just that timing of just where the world is. I don't know, like where we at with everything with this world. Like it just things are just too expensive and just it just couldn't work out.
Yeah. I
And
mean, it
I
is,
mean,
it's a harder sell than video games, though, like, admittedly, because, and we've talked about it before, like, part of the reason I never played it as much as I think I would have liked to is because it takes you out of everything. Like, you put that headset on, and now you're not aware of your surroundings anymore. You can pick up a Switch and still keep an eye on your kid or, your wife or whatever. But once you're in the
time out.
reality,
Go back.
what?
Go back.
Keep an eye on your wife.
Yeah, like what? What does that mean? Like,
Make sure
what is
she's
she?
in the kitchen.
She's
You
just
know what I
saying.
mean,
She
Dom.
just saying. Make sure she. I was
Make sure
like,
she's not touching the stove. What do you want? Make sure she's not giving you sexy eyes.
all right, yeah. I mean, yeah. I mean that is one case of it. I just think that it's just. I just think it's not enough games. Like, and people are
Well,
not
yeah,
willing
I
to
mean, there's
experiment.
definitely that.
I think it. I mean, I think that's the biggest thing because people can get around the other stuff. I mean, yeah, you can't keep out your kid. Well, your kid grows up eventually. I mean, you can move, you can move on. Or if you're a single parent, then yeah. But I mean, that's all you have to do. But it like there's not enough the content and the people who willing to work on the content. I think it's not enough. Like it's too expensive. Like if there was a time where people were willing to take the risk, like they did with even like regular video games, they took risk or anything, then I think this could have probably worked out more. Like more people would took
Yeah.
like been making games, but now people don't really take that risk anymore, and it's become more expensive to do that.
Yeah. I
And
think to your point, yeah, that it may have been the wrong time for it, right? Because we're in a time where these companies aren't willing to take those risks to make the games that they need to blast off the software,
yeah,
basically, to really kick it into overdrive.
and like because you don't see a ton of the big companies really doing a lot with it, and
No,
like that's what you
not even at its peak.
no, yeah, exactly. And it's like the companies like I hear who do stuff. I never heard of them before. I mean, and
Right.
it works out, but it's like I never. A lot of times, it's not there are companies like I never really heard about, or they might have developers that you know of, but they left, and it's like yeah, it's not. See at certain times, like if this is like maybe I don't know early 2000s something. Somehow we had like VR. You would see like EA do probably quite a few games, or Activision do quite a few games, or and put out there, and try out and like see what people like. But yeah, you're not. It's rare. Like the only games like you really see of big companies like Capcom, but it's a game that's on. Yeah, you can play it. They make something to be worked with VR, but essentially you can still play this game without it, and they still sell it. It's not a risk. It's not like, oh, this can only be played here. All right. What else? What did it say up here? The games, the hardware, the vision, the new virtual reality has arrived. They also reviewed Dark Souls 3, The Division, Hitman, Super Hot, Pokken Tournament, Plants vs. Zombies, Garden Warfare 2. Oh
Yeah.
man, and yes, 10 years of that. And hands on with the mind bending No Man's Sky. What else we got here? That's it for 2016. So now we're going to 2006, and we're going to Game Informer, and we got Red Steel on the front. Red Steel, I think that was known like one of the big guy first person games for the Wii, where you can use your Wii remote as a sword and
Nintendo was
use the
getting mature, Dominic.
like a sword, and I think the nunchuck as a gun. I forget. Yeah, something
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah, you had a sword and a
Yeah,
gun,
sword and gun.
basically.
Yeah, sword and gun. Yes. You were the Devil May Cry guy. But except for you only use one gun. You didn't do double barrel. I mean, yeah, two guns. But anyway, yeah, I remember looking this up and reading Game Informer and saying like, yeah, I was kind of excited for that. I was like, oh, that could be pretty cool. Doing that. Did you get this game?
No, I never did because like there was so much hype around it and people were super excited and then reviews hit and it was kind of mediocre.
Yeah.
So I was like,
That's
I'm
exactly.
not falling for that.
I want to know,
You know,
borrow it though. Did I get it from a GameFly or something? I don't remember. If I did, I don't remember none of the gameplay. It's also to tell you
Yeah, it
about it.
sounded like, this was early, them trying to figure out how they were going to emulate mouse movement with the Wii remote.
Oh, this was Ubisoft. That's right.
Yeah. And I think they eventually got there. I mean, even now with the Switch stuff, the gyro stuff, people like that a lot for first and third person stuff. But yeah, it sounded like a lot of the, it's not 1-to-1 because this didn't have the motion plus yet. And kind of the promises that they made or we expected out of it were not actually able to be done until that second revision of the hardware with the motion plus stuff built in or the little dongle attached to your controller. And then I remember there also being like issues about like the way you turned, right? Like when you moved towards the edge of the screen, like your turning quickness and stuff that they just didn't quite lock down very well. So it sounded like it ended up being an okay game, but not quite the mature heavy hitter that everybody was hoping for out of Nintendo as they transitioned into the Wii.
The first game I ever played was Metroid. That was the first person shooter game on the Wii that I played. Metroid 3, I think it was. I think I just borrowed it from you. Like a true first person shooter. I like the only other game I played that was a first person, but it was on rails. It was the Resident Evil Umbrella Chronicles game.
Oh yeah,
but that's just like a on rail shooter, But yeah, all right. What else we got up here? World exclusive hands on. World exclusive hands on with the Nintendo Revolution. Still call it Nintendo Revolution.
Yeah, it was just so weird.
Yeah, I guess not until E3. Maybe not until E3 they call it the Wii.
Yeah, I mean that sounds right, but at the same time, I feel like we weren't really seeing games like that until we already knew it was the Wii. But I guess not. I'm just misremembering.
Right. I mean, it was a long time ago now, Daniel.
It's only 20 years.
Yeah, 20 years, but you're 40 is like it's different.
Only half my lifetime ago, Dom.
All right, where are we at here? GamePro 20 years ago. Oh, you asshole. Why'd you put this? You put this because I said it was stupid. Why? Family Guy is on the front of GamePro. This game that I'm sure the Metacritic rating is very low.
Very low. Yeah.
But I think this also is like the end. This was the end of like GamePro. Like GamePro only probably had like so many issues left.
It's gotta be right, yeah.
And I think because like world exclusive Family Guy is like you only put it up here because Family Guy is big, and hopefully that can get some people to get this magazine because they like Family Guy. But if this wasn't a game like worth being on the cover, like as the game came out, like this isn't like the South Park game.
We didn't know that at the time, Dominic. We thought
you would never
big property.
I think we could have like to see like wonder what they actually show, because that means they have to show off actually like images of the game. They had to look horrible. I mean, I had to look at those images. I remember seeing the images of the game, and it looked like a game that I thought was going to suck. Like honestly. What else I got here? 300 plus games and codes inside. They got The Godfather, Dead Rising, Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon, Advanced Warfighter, Kingdom Hearts 2. It's not just some Mickey Mouse game. I mean, you knew that from Kingdom Hearts 1. They also got the Brave Game Strategy, the outfit in here. You got the whole strategy, or just or is like some of the strategies they say, hey, buy.
I wouldn't be surprised if at that point they had just put the entire strategy guide in there.
Oh, okay.
Been like, I mean, it's also the outfit, which was like kind of, I want to say like early roguelike kind of thing, because it was about runs and like it was like an arcade game, right?
Yeah, the outfit, yeah. because that was like it was a military thing, wasn't it? Yeah,
Yeah.
you don't need a Brady game strategy for that.
That's why it's only like 10 pages long.
The 2005 Game Pro Readers' Choice Awards. Wow, they actually got awards now? Okay. Look, 3 million readers each month. I can't say the number one game magazine anymore, but they can say this though. PS3 Online, Test Drive Unlimited, and E3 sneak peeks. Oh yeah, PS3 Online, that's kind of a big deal. I mean, because PS3 hasn't come out, and the online on the PS2 was very limited. Like it was bare. It was very bare. And
they were competing, with the Xbox 360.
Online is becoming bigger, and this also they were free. It was free at the time. But it wasn't. This is a time also you see why Xbox like charging for Xbox. It's like, okay, I understand. Like PS3, it's not as good. But now we're at a point where we don't need to be charging anything for y'all for online. y'all just taking free money. All right. Where am I at? Okay, my fault. All right, so that's it for 2006. Then we got 1996. We got Nintendo Power. We got King Griffey on the front. I'm surprised you didn't do Nintendo Power with the Mario Brothers on the front.
Yeah, I mean, it just was the two of them.
What's up? Why are you hating on Mario now, Dan? You used to be a Mario lover.
I mean, all this that cover was basically just them, and
it was not. No other words about any other game.
There's a couple of things. Max out your Metroid body count, which is probably about like Federation Force or something. Odama, which we talked about already. So there's not really much there.
Okay, all right. So we got King Griffey in the front for King Griffey Jr.'s winning run. I don't know which one I played. It was a King Griffey game I did play over a friend's house, but I don't know because there was two of them. I think it was Super Nintendo, and I don't know which one it was. But I used to love playing that game. Definitely better than my whatever the heck that Sega game was called again.
Tommy Lasorda's baseball.
Yeah,
or whatever.
yeah, Tommy Lasorda's. Yeah, because it
was no Frank Hurt's Big Hurt baseball. I think it had
I'll tell you what. I think it did have. Did it have real teams though in King Griffey? Was it like legit real teams?
Think so.
I don't remember. I know Tommy Lasorda's didn't. It had Baltimore, but it was in the Orioles. At least it was a color. I think it was a color, but yeah. N64 4-page exclusive, and they got Mission Impossible here. Ooh, wow! They talk about Mission Impossible this early too. Damn.
Yeah.
And I remember this. Like I remember Mission Impossible game. It sucked, didn't it?
I think I remember it because I want to say I had this magazine, which is part of the reason.
I was about to say you thought you had Mission Impossible. I was like, what? Like
no, I definitely did have Mission Impossible.
In-depth mohawk and headphone jack.
I had to look that up as to what that was, and then I saw it, and I was like, I vaguely recognize this as like a little orange naked person.
This game. Yeah, we talked.
Is that
about
what
this
it was?
Game.
Okay.
Yeah. I just don't remember, but that's what it's called. Yeah, because first I was thinking
looks like a little troll doll, basically.
I thought they were talking about they headphone jack for like either the N64.
That's what I thought it was like. Oh, this is an advertisement for like the Game Boy Color or something because they're all about attitude and it's got a headphone jack or something.
All right, Lobo the game, which man,
I
didn't know about Lobo at the time. Epic Center, Lufia 2, which is an RPG. I want to say, Super Mario RPG. Legend of 7 Stars, and Players Poll Contests. Win the Olympics. Oh, yeah, 96 Olympics
right
in
now,
Atlanta.
I did not win the Olympics, Dominic.
All right, so what else we got? In the last magazine, 1996, EGM. We got Cloud on the front here. Final Fantasy VII, the best RPG ever. First coverage of the US version. And yep, this is
This
the
was
time
some
when
of
the
my
US come
favorite
out.
cloud artwork. This was also on the
They were,
cover of like the unofficial Final Fantasy
yeah,
strategy guide.
yeah.
Yeah, that was the best one. Came out with a
um,
full mouth poster.
Spawn up here. All right. Hexen 2, Mission Impossible. Oh, there's a Mission
There it
Impossible game.
is.
Darkstalkers 3.
Oh
I
yeah,
had that one. Yeah, I had that from my dad had it pirated, like a pirated copy of that.
nice.
Um, and over 400 games inside. Blast Corps, Last Bronx. What's this? Xevious 3D.
Yeah.
Race. What is Last Bronx? That's what I want to know. Is that Jackie Chan or something? What is that?
Yeah, I don't know.
um, Ray Storm, Manx TT, Albert, Odyssey, Dynasty Warriors. Oh yeah, Dynasty Warriors. That's the first
Yeah.
Dynasty Warriors. What the fuck? Also PlayStation and 64 are now $149. Only $149, Daniel.
Oh my god, that's so expensive. I'm never gonna buy one of these things.
They're $149. That's crazy. It's so
Yeah.
crazy to think a console like a legit console like you buy from the store, not something you get from eBay or something. It's $149.
Dominic, when I saw somebody post on Reddit, like, I don't know, like a year or so ago, of just an end cap full of all the different colored Game Cubes at a Walmart with just $99 on the top
I
of
remember
it. I was
that.
like, oh
That's when I
my
got one.
God.
That's when I got one. It was $99.
Can you imagine a world where the console price
Which
goes
is funny
down and not
because
up?
because I was getting paid minimum wage at an ice cream joint. That was still like more than half of my paycheck.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I was only working 2 days a week.
Right. Right.
At minimum wage. At the most 3 days if I get Sunday.
Yeah.
All right. But yeah, Final Fantasy VII. Yeah, this was huge. This was like big. I mean, it was so big. Like everybody knew about Final Fantasy then because of the commercial stuff. And then that's when, like, that's when it also split a lot of people because like they might have gotten it, but then they didn't bother with the series no more because it was not the game they thought it was. It was not the game they thought. Like people thought because I remember my sister kept telling because she had the game first, really.
Mhm.
I told you because like darn godmother gives her everything. She but she didn't like it. So I mean, actually, my dad probably had to buy it. I could have just got it from her, really.
Yeah.
Because she said she didn't like it. It's like I thought the game looked like the commercial, like the commercial also has cutscenes, and I was like, oh, let's say yeah, that's just the cutscenes. And so I said, yeah, that's not what the game looked like. But that's what a lot of people did. A lot of people I knew who did get it. They were like, they thought it looked like the cutscenes. I mean, it didn't look like the commercial. And that's why today, that's why they do it today. They have to tell you if it's actual gameplay or not.
Yep.
They did get people, Daniel. They got them. All right, so that's it for the flashback segment. So we're gonna take a quick break. When we get back into the gaming news, and we're back. Let's get to the gaming news. What we got?
All right, Dominic, your time has finally come. LEGO is making a Sega Genesis. That's going to be coming out on June 1st for $40. It's going to be 479 pieces. Sounds like it's not going to be quite as complex as like the NES that they put out, but I think it's always nice to see from LEGO like more reasonably priced things. I mean,
And this could
$40
play
seems like
Genesis
a lot,
games.
but of course, you can play Genesis games. I'm sure someone will mod it within a month
in
of
Lego form.
its release.
And they have to be in Lego form when I play them.
Yes. Yes, just little Lego guys on the screen. Yeah, it seems cool. You know, I like when they do ones like this, like the Game Boy too. I mean, the Game Boy is like life size, but because of the size, I guess it was a decent, you know, value, I guess, per piece. It didn't seem like crazy like these ones that are 150, 200, $650 like that Pokemon one, which like is a ridiculously sized thing, but also like why is the thing that you're making $650?
Yeah,
Um,
it's yeah.
I
I
mean, I
don't know.
know
I
why,
wish
because
I could live. I
Lego
could live.
perverts are willing to pay for it.
Yeah, I wish I was in. I lived in that world where. But see, yeah, I don't know because they're into it, and I guess you would have to be like I can't. It would be a world where I'm like casually just buying that,
Yeah,
even
no,
if I had the
absolutely
money.
not.
It's like I had to be something I love to do. Because I'm like, why? Yeah, yeah. You have to be really
No, if you
into it.
got money like that, Dominic, and you're casually buying one, not because you're like super into it, then you're just having the help put it together for you.
Yeah, exactly. You just have like, yeah, put it, and I want to put it somewhere like to really show it off, and I'm gonna tell my friends I actually did it.
You're a billionaire streamer now, and you need it for your background. That's what it's all about. Yeah, it looks cute, and then it seems like it has like an Easter egg, like all these Legos do, where like if you take off the top, it's got a Sonic face down there on the bottom. So that's neat.
Is it like the old Sonic face, and not the new one?
I mean, it's in Lego brick, so it's a little, it's not like super slim down, but it's also not fat. It's hard to make out because it's not like high resolution or anything like that.
Hmm.
Somewhere in the middle.
I'm just saying, if it's not the fat one, then that is
He's
wrong.
got teeth, Dominic. He's
It's
got
wrong.
teeth. It's Sonic the movie, but from the trailer.
Man, they showing his Sonic never showed his teeth in
No,
the
I'm
Sega Genesis.
kidding. I'm kidding,
Oh,
Dominic. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. All right, Dominic. Next up, we talked last week about the Steam controller, how that stuff had leaked. It sounds like it's going to be $99. Well, basically, Monday, the embargo dropped. Everybody's got these things, apparently. It is going to be $99. It's actually launching for sale this coming Monday on May 4th. And
Star Wars
it
Day.
seemed, yeah, May the 4th of the Steam Deck controller be with you. It seems like people are pretty positive on this thing.
Oh, but well, I mean, I'm sure you probably could play it. You can just use it on the Steam Deck controller. I mean, a Steam Deck. Use the controller on the Steam Deck.
Yeah, I mean, you can because it's going to be Bluetooth.
Okay.
I just said Steam Deck controller because that's where my head went, but nah, they don't call it that. It's just a Steam controller. Now, one of the things that they pointed out, which I thought was interesting in these reviews that I never really thought about, it is a Steam controller, and because of that, you know how they have all that like Steam controller stuff built in where
you thought the big
different profiles. Well, like how they have different profiles and people save them and customize them and do stuff like that. It's basically like Steam has its own controller drivers outside of the Windows drivers. Well, apparently this doesn't have like native Windows drivers. So it's not a controller that you can just necessarily plug in and use for like the Xbox app games. So like your Game Pass games. I'm sure someone will very quickly resolve that issue because apparently that was also a thing with the original Steam Deck controller and people immediately, created custom solutions for that. But I thought it was kind of interesting that this isn't necessarily just a plug and play controller for everything that you want to do.
I'm just thinking
there may be a little more work involved.
Do they have to pay? Do they have to pay Microsoft for that?
I don't know that they have to pay or not. I just wonder if it's one of those things where they're like, well, Windows is not a priority for us. In fact, we're trying to move people away from Windows. So, well, we're just not going to worry about it. It's one of those things. It's like not so consumer friendly, but we kind of don't really think about it because it's built into their ecosystem. But when you really think about it, it's like, oh, they're just trying to, tie more things exclusively into their ecosystem. I just think it's not a priority for them, basically. They designed it to work with your Steam library, and it works perfectly with your Steam library. And then everything outside of that, they don't really care how you use it, I guess. But that could be detrimental to them, right? Because like if I was thinking about it, like yeah, I'm kind of interested in this controller, but then when I heard that, I was kind of like maybe I don't like just jump on one of these right away, because at the end of the day, most of the games that I'm playing on the PC now are through that Game Pass Xbox app. So if I'm waiting for some guy to just randomly make a driver that will work for this thing, I might be sitting here with a controller that I can only use with things that I'm not necessarily playing at the moment, you know?
Yeah.
So we'll see. Like I said, I'm sure within like a month there will be Windows drivers for this thing. You know, because people were doing that with the DualSense, you know, the PlayStation controller before Sony finally released official stuff for that. But, you know, it's like you were complaining about the way controllers work in fighting games a lot and the not like native support. Yeah, there's a novelty like to seeing the button that you actually have pop up on the screen, but also there's just some like clarity. Like I've never liked seeing a PC game where it tells me button 1. I can never tell you where button 1 is on a controller. And that's mostly like going back and playing old games, but it's still one of those things that irks me. It's like I have to go into the Windows thing and press down on the button to see which number lights up
Yeah.
to know which
Yeah,
button
exactly.
is button
I
number
hate that.
1.
I hate that. Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm still intrigued by it, but I'm somewhat cautiously optimistic about it. There are some rumors out there now that Valve has some hardware importing in as well. So there's a lot of speculation as to whether this might be the Steam frames, the VR stuff, or if they are actually going to be launching some Steam machines soon. You know, all the speculation right now is that, you know, because of memory prices and hardware increases, cost increases, that, you know, they're not sure when they're going to launch that thing because they won't be able to make it a reasonable price. But at the same time, you know, the longer you sit on it, that hardware is going to get older every day. What are you going to do? You spend a lot of time designing and I would imagine at least manufacturing parts of this thing that you've got sitting in a warehouse somewhere. Maybe at a certain point they bite the bullet and say, here it is. This is what it costs, unfortunately, because of all of the world's economic issues. But, you know, this is what we can offer you, basically. And you will still have your hardcores bite on that. So, you know, they'll get their sales, but just don't know if they'll be able to reach mass adoption like maybe they were hoping for, even though I don't know that that was ever the goal necessarily, mass adoption. But obviously they want to do better than the last time they tried the Steam machine, right?
Yeah.
So, all right, Dominic, the next story I got here, Subnautica 2 is going to be hitting early access on May 14th. Now, this comes after some substantial drama that the developers at Unknown Worlds contended with their publisher and I believe owner Krafton. I think that's part of where these issues stem from. Is Krafton effectively purchased Unknown Worlds, and then as part of that deal, there was like a $250 million bonus set up if they met these goals and timelines that they had agreed to. And it sounded like Subnautica was kind of on its way to meeting those goals. And then three of the top leadership people were fired, basically, with Krafton's leadership saying that there was an absence of core leadership. They had pretty much just become negligent. They were off doing their own things while this game was struggling. And then there were some sources coming out basically saying like that's not true at all. Like the game's doing fine, and we were on our way to meet this date that we thought we had agreed to, and all that stuff. And you had Krafton saying basically like, no, the game's in an awful state and it's not ready to ship. Well, the people that were fired took Krafton to court, and as part of discovery, it turned out that the CEO of Krafton had discussed with his lawyer how to get out of this deal because he didn't want to pay the $250 million for what it seemed like they were going to be able to pull off here. And the lawyer was like, well, you kind of don't have any options. So he was like, I'm smarter than you. I'm going to talk to ChatGPT about it. So apparently he asked ChatGPT how to get out of this deal. ChatGPT basically laid out a plan that he followed in getting rid of this leadership.
Oh.
And
did it kill him?
Yeah, then
murder.
Thankfully, ChatGPT didn't say that because it sounds like you would have trusted whatever ChatGPT told him. And then apparently, despite his lawyer's warnings, he followed through with what ChatGPT told him.
I mean, the ChatGPT knows lawyer. I mean, it goes to lawyer stuff too, man. He got his law degree.
Exactly.
From Phoenix. From what was it? The University of Phoenix?
Phoenix University,
yeah,
best in online courses. Yeah, so and basically this resulted in the court saying, no, you got to rehire these guys. They were wrongly terminated. And so now it seems like the game's back on track. It's going to be releasing, like I said, into early access in May. Despite the fact that like Krafton also announced that it was coming in May, and they shouldn't have done that because it was supposed to be Unknown Worlds that was supposed to be allowed to make that announcement. It's been so weird here. But yeah, CEOs are apparently very stupid people who also rely exclusively on AI bots. Yeah. Was it Subnautica that you played, Dominic? You played one of the underwater games, and I feel like I always confuse Subnautica. Okay. And you like that one, right?
Yeah, I liked it. I never played the DLC for it though, but the old expansion or whatever.
Is it a relatively like chill game, or are there like scary bits in it?
If it's something scary, it's like the unknown, going somewhere deep in the underwater. But it's not really scary. It's not really scary, no.
Okay. Yeah, that seems like a pretty cool game.
Now the expansion is more story driven. It feels like it's more story driven, so I don't know about that. But yeah, it seems like it's more explore. You explore the like deep unknown ocean, like ocean of another planet. Like this ain't Earth.
Gotcha.
So.
All right.
You get your Tupac bobblehead on next weekend.
Oh, is it next weekend already? Jeez, yeah. Nice. Only if he comes with a Madonna bobblehead, Dominic.
Yeah. Tupac with the Oreo game. That's all about. All right. What else we got, man?
All right. The last story I got here, Dominic, is last week I had started seeing rumblings around this. But there was nothing like substantial to it, so I didn't talk about it during the news. But Sony was having some weird issues where people were trying to access games that they had bought digitally, and it was giving them an error, basically saying like their license was up when they were offline. And I've seen some extensive testing from Reset Era, like the Reset Era forums. Some people posted on there, basically saying that when you buy a digital game, there is a like indefinite license, and then there's a temporary license. And it used to be once you downloaded a digital game, you got an indefinite license, and then you could play that game whenever, wherever you wanted once you downloaded it and put it on your console, whether you were online or not. Now, apparently, there has been a lot of issues with people downloading it or buying a game, downloading it, getting a refund, and then taking that console offline and being able to play that game until you connect it online again. So as such, it seems like in the background, Sony is done or is testing at the very least a means to get around that, which is you get a temporary license for 14 days, which is the refund window. And then from there, after that 14-day period, if you go online and you haven't refunded that game, you do get an indefinite license. The crazy thing to me is that if it is that simple, and that kind of makes sense, initially I was saying to you, like, who is this hurting? Like, why are they doing this? Why are they making it so limited for people that are actually paying money for their games, theoretically? But when I found out, like, they were apparently having issues with the refund process, I was like, oh, okay, that makes sense. I've never found myself in a position where I've like, man, this game that I bought was so bad I needed to refund it. So I haven't really thought about that whole process. The problem is, again, we're still, a week out from when this whole kerfuffle kind of started making the rounds around the internet, and Sony hasn't just said like that is the case. They have come out and said something. I can't remember exactly what it was now. But to me, like, that is an excuse, like a good reason. Not like an excuse, like a bad thing, but like that is a reason why you would do that, right? Some people are taking advantage of the system. Unfortunately, we have to account for that. So we're going to do this step where there's a 14-day temporary license and then a permanent license. It's still inconvenient for people who are not, who are purchasing these games legally and then having to contend with that, because like,
Yeah.
I was telling one of the guys at work, like, I don't find myself in a position where I'm not connected to the internet for a long stretch of time, but there are occasions where the power goes out, but I'm using like a handheld or something like that. And it's like, if I get limited in my ability to play a video game because of an instance like that, or, Verizon's down or whatever, like that is going to make me feel a certain way about Sony and the tactics that they are using here. Or like, it's funny because a lot of the memes that were going around was basically like, oh, Sony is doing the thing that the Xbox One proposed to do, right? And people at the time when the Xbox thing was announced had examples of like, hey, I'm in the military. I'm going to be deployed, in a place where I don't have internet access.
In Iran.
I'm busy fighting in Iran. I want to play Call of Duty single player, obviously, because I can't connect to the internet. I can't do that.
Yeah, exactly. Call of Duty, yeah, because Call of Duty, man, that's all online. Like everything's online for that.
Yeah. I mean, that's a whole different level at this point, right?
That's a whole different problem. But thing is, it's like like I said, is like, how much trouble is this? I mean, now I get it, like they want to protect their property, but it's like, buy some other way then. I was like, instead of like somebody having to deal with that.
Yeah.
Like don't hurt, like that's the thing. Don't make it inconvenient for your customer base, man. And like, because at the end of the day, man, it's like how much money are you losing? How much money are you really losing here?
You're right.
There's got to be another way for you to fix that. I mean, it might require work. It might be, hey, you got a security team, you got to go and find. You know what? Like, look it up and see. Like, find out.
Send them to kill those pirates.
Yeah. Oh, that's what they did. That's what they did back in the day. They had the Navy. There's Navy out there.
Oh, exactly. Yeah. So, yeah, Sony has come out, and what their official statement was that A one-time online check is required after purchase to confirm the game's license, after which no further check-ins are needed. So it is, I think I kept saying 14 days. That's a different thing. It's 30 days for Sony. So after 30 days, you'll require an extra check-in, and after that 30-day period, that's when you get your indefinite license, and then you can go forward from there. I think that's relatively reasonable. I still think there are obviously going to be situations where, yeah, somebody can't get one after 30 days because they're deployed or they're somewhere, they're living off the grid. Who knows? But I don't think that's too crazy.
Did that guy on the Frederick Douglass Bridge up there? He wants to play.
Exactly. Yeah, he's going to be there for 32 days. He can't play his PlayStation anymore. Now the 14-day thing, Dominic, that is for PC games from 2K. They've started to add check-ins for that stuff. Oddly enough, like the NBA 2K games, which makes sense because they've got their whole card pack economy and they don't want people disturbing that. But they also added it to Midnight Suns, which very much feels like
that is
they're
weird.
Just testing for all games, I feel like, at that point.
Yeah.
And with that, they're doing it in the most like nobody's really playing this game and we're not going to piss too many people off while we test
about
this.
2 runs now, man. But now this guy comes in and put 2 men on base for the
oh Jesus.
no outs. Like, come on, man. We finally coming back, man. Don't do this. Yes, go talk to him. Go talk to him.
Calm him down. Settle him down. Or take him out and put in a position player and just blow it all up. All right.
Yeah, the 2K. Okay, back to 2K.
Yeah. So we're just getting into this economy where, you know, you're going to have your people who are like, oh, this is why I don't buy digital games because blah, blah, blah. And we've already had that discussion. We're not going to have that discussion again. Your physical copies of games don't mean anything anymore. They're just digital copies with a physical key attached to them.
Whatever makes you feel better inside. Whatever makes you feel better about doing that, then go ahead. But don't tell me. But don't try to convince me that it's like it means more. Like having this disc means more now. Like now in today's gaming.
Yeah. So I hate that they're just making it more inconvenient for people that purchase these games just because just like de novo, like the only people that are getting affected by the negatives of those systems are the people that are buying the games legally. All the people bypassing their security are not affected by that. Like, that's why you'll hear people talk about like, well, yeah, I bought this game, but then I went and I downloaded the cracked version because it has de novo stripped out and I get better performance out of the game when I do that. And it's just like, that's absurd. Like, I don't understand how we're in a world where we find that acceptable. So yeah, it's just more consumer unfriendly tactics that I think we're going to obviously see more companies adopt. I mean, we already see Sony here doing something similar, and I feel like that's somewhat understandable. I wish they were a little more transparent about that. But then this 2K stuff, just, it's unnecessary. Like, Marvel's Midnight Suns, really? Like, you spent money to have somebody implement this into that game. You don't have them doing anything else for that game now. So why does it even matter at this point? Like, if people pirating that game, if that's what your concern is. Yeah. So that's basically the news I saw this week. Dominic, did you see anything else?
No, I ain't seen.
All right, then we'll get into new releases here. Dominic, first up, you mentioned earlier Diablo 4. Lords of Hatred, that's on PC, PS4, PS5, Xbox One, Xbox Series X and S.
I ain't watching no more.
Oh no. What happened?
Like they couldn't get, like, the ball went up, but like it looked like they could have got the ball, man. Like somebody could have fielded it. It's
Yeah.
and it rolled past both the second baseman and shortstop, like just right on
Jeez.
it, and it just stopped right in the field, like there, and like got the freaking run. They got to run now.
Yeah. Disrespectful
Yeah,
little
that was
bloop
Jackson.
into
Come on, Jackson. I thought I was talking about how good he was.
the. He's like, let me make sure I disappoint him. All right. We also have Invincible versus. You played a little bit of that beta.
Yeah,
Pretty positive on it.
yeah,
Is it something
yeah.
you would? Are you looking forward to getting it?
No,
Not really.
not
No.
really, not really. I mean,
The
yeah,
story
it's not
stuff
something
doesn't even.
maybe like a sale or something. But
Okay.
yeah, I'm not really really looking forward to it or anything.
Gotcha.
I wouldn't mind having it, but it has to be like a sale.
I gotcha. And then the big one, Dominic Suris, is now out for the PlayStation 5. This isn't getting bad scores, but it's not been as positive a reception as I
Oh,
was
really?
kind of
I
expecting.
just I only looked at two places, so I have no
Hmm.
idea how. I mean, the Game
I've seen
Informer
some
gave
talk
it a good score.
basically that like Returnal is the better version of this.
Oh, really? Damn.
Yeah. That's a game I still need to get around giving a shot to. Yeah, I'm still intrigued by it, but considering the fact that I haven't gotten around to Returnal yet, I think I would just give that a shot before I rush out and buy this game. But it's
I
still, like
forget
I
that.
said,
It's
it's
just
still getting positive.
IGN gave it a 7. Michael Higgum uh gave it a 7 up there. But as you
Yeah.
know, it's on IGN, so it's everything on IGN. The reviews are just IGN. There's no people behind it. So if you see something that doesn't make like how does this score? Yeah, how does this game get this score? But this one does it. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what you do. But anyway,
93 from Game Informer, it looks like.
that's what I'm saying.
Here.
Game Informer gave it a score. Is this a cover game? I think this game is on a cover.
I feel like I never go to GameSpot. Let's see. They gave it a 9.
Oh,
So.
oh yeah. There's an NBA Street like successor coming. Called NBA The Run.
Okay, NBA The
I haven't
Run.
seen any like video gameplay. I've just seen because I'm looking on Game Informer at this.
Oh, interesting.
It's supposed to be since 2026 sometime. But I mean, NBA Street is like, especially Volume 2, like 1 and 2.
Yeah.
There is like probably the best basketball games I ever played.
I'm wondering who's actually working on this. Is this the one that I've seen before?
Play by Play Studios.
I don't think so.
Like
it looks interesting. It's got a cell shaded look to it, which is different. You got chickens on the basketball court for some reason.
Probably in Mexico or something.
Excuse me. Yeah, I'd be interested to see more of this. It doesn't quite look as over the top as an NBA Street, though. But I wonder if they would be concerned about like going too far. You know, being as extreme as it was back then. Keep an eye on that coming 2026. I can't help but feel like this is like the MLB game, right? You know, they're like, well, you know, they got it locked down for MLB The Show, but we're gonna put out our own thing.
Yeah,
and then it turns out to just be like
that NBA Jam that came out. You know,
yeah,
most recent NBA Jam.
I feel
That's
like there was a non NBA licensed NBA Street successor that I had seen relatively recently.
oh yeah, I'm looking at the
But I
gameplay
don't
now. Yeah,
think I can remember
it
that.
does kind of remind me of NBA Street somewhat. Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, I want to see somebody do the like go for a dunk and like pass it, like
Uh-huh.
like that dude. I like doing that. The triple alley oop. Oh yeah, there it is. There it is. Oop. Yeah, I hope it is. So it's good because yeah, this is what I want. Like I want this. I want college basketball back, man.
Mm.
Uh, yeah, that's what I want in the sports world. And another in a baseball game and competition for me to show because I just don't trust them to do anything better anymore. So I need somebody else just to force them
Yeah.
to do something more.
As you shouldn't, Dominic.
It
All
just
right.
sucks that like baseball has like baseball with all the money they have, like over
Yeah.
owners or whatever, like they can't just say like this say, hey, yeah, put this out there to sell like something good or something, man. Damn.
I mean, I'm sure they're making enough money. They were like, hey, you better put this out on the Xbox. And then they did, hey, we're going to make our own game. And I think they did, but it was like super mediocre
Oh yeah,
/
yeah, they
bad.
did make their own game, and it's yeah, it was so bare. I mean,
Was that?
like
Am I crazy? That wasn't from the guys who do big league baseball, was it?
I don't, I don't know. I don't think so. I mean, if it is, they did a bad job on it, but they yeah, like, but yeah, because it is better than that.
Or whatever
I don't
that
know. I
one's
remember a
called.
time when like baseball, like it was I forgot what was the game on Nintendo called the Major League Baseball game called like back in regular Nintendo. Like it was that
A
was like
regular.
the most popular like baseball game at the time. Because that's what it was called, and people was like, "Hey, it's like, oh yeah, I used to play this game," and then it's like, this game is cheap. It's like like you can see it's like real cheap. It's like, dude, this ain't gonna be that game. Damn, what was that baseball game called? Because yeah, my brother had it.
Major League Baseball?
It was no, not just Major League. Darn, superstars. I mean, it might not have been licensed. That's what I'm saying. It might not have been licensed, but it was
Okay.
a baseball
Gotcha.
game.
Tiger Sports Baseball.
No.
That's what I had back in the day, and let me tell you what, that thing sucked.
Tiger. You talking about the Tiger
The
like
Tiger
electronic?
handhelds, yeah.
Oh yeah.
I had that, and I had Sonic, and
Was it super
I actually played Sonic a decent amount. Maybe
on
that's where my
Nintendo?
hatred of Sonic comes from, Dominic. I played the absolute worst version of Sonic.
Bases loaded. Yeah, bases loaded.
Okay.
Yeah, they had a thing like a bases loaded. Say, oh look, it's back, and it's like, no, it's not. It's not that.
This is the rotting corpse of it.
Yeah.
You're
Oh
propping
no,
it up as
not
if it
bases
were
loaded.
weak in
I'm
the
sorry, not
brain.
bases loaded. That my brother did have bases loaded. It was RBI baseball. RBI baseball. That's
Oh,
what it was.
okay, yeah. Oh, yeah. When they brought that back, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yep.
But bases loaded, Darren, I gotta look at bases loaded again now. All right, anything else, man?
Nah, that's it for me this week, Dominic. Anything else for you?
Nah, I'm good.
Thank you guys as always for listening. You can check us out on Twitter. Dominic's at DStallworth5. I'm at Regulus MB. The podcast is at SupaPod, SUPAPOD. SupaPod.com, at SupaPod.com on Blue Sky. as well as at regulusmb.sky.social and at dinoman at dominicstalworth.bluesky.social. We also have a website, SupaPod.com. You can check us out there. It has all of our previous podcasts as well as links to all the places you can find us, including YouTube, where there's a video version of this podcast, and then all of the audio places like iTunes, YouTube Music, Spotify, Amazon Music, and Audible. Until next time, guys, talk to you later.